Okay, so in this video, I wanted to show you how you can automatically find people that have recently left a job and then find the decision maker from the previous company, the job that's been left, and then find their email address and then email that person automatically on a weekly schedule. And basically, this is a template build that you can plug and play into your business to be able to set this up and do this automatically. The only thing you need to do is just follow the instructions, which is just quite literally just to add in the search criteria of who you need to target, what job titles, decision makers, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to show you everything in this video. Firstly, I'm going to walk you through what it does, how it works, and what your kind of final output is going to look like. So here you can see that we have two tables, right? We have this initial table here, which is basically what we've done is we've got an initial group of people that, so if I click in here and we go sources, and I go to edit source, you'll be able to see here, for example, that all I've done very, very simply is just put in the job titles that I'm looking for, right? So here this is an example, the DevOps, IT manager, etc. And these are the job titles we want to exclude. Now, one really, really important thing here is in the experience section, we want to put maximum experience in current role 1 month, which basically means that they've obviously recently changed their role because they would have only been in this new role for 1 month. So that's really important there because now we're going to pull an entire list of anyone that matches these job titles who has been in their role for a maximum of 1 month, which means that they've recently changed their job. And then we can also add a location. You can filter down even more if you want to, but that's just the initial thing that I'm going to show you for this example. So now that we've got this list of people, so this is a list of DevOps, software engineers and so on that have basically been in their role, their new role for 1 month, which means that they left an old company. They left their old company just over a month ago, which means either that old company has recently hired someone or that old company hasn't hired anyone, and in which case that is a perfect opportunity for you. So just in terms of the data we've got there, we've got obviously their name, we've got their current job title from their new role, we've got their current company that they're working with, we've got their LinkedIn profile. What we're doing here is we're then enriching that person to find more information. So we're trying to find now the previous company that they worked at. So now we've been able to pull their past company domain, so the previous company that they worked at, and we can also see their end date. So when did they end that particular role with that previous company before moving and switching to their new company? We can also see their past job title as well, so we can see what they did before, and we can see the past company name, and then we can also see the current company name and the current start date, right? So you can see here for this example, these people have all started basically within December or January, so within the last 6 weeks or so. Here is just doing a very simple check to basically see if the companies are matching. So the companies are matching is just a criteria and filter check. And then we're also checking to see if this is empty. If it is empty, then it will output no and it won't continue. And basically all it's doing is just filtering out anyone that isn't going to be a good fit. So once we've done that, now we've got to find, once we've got the prospects and made sure that they're working at a new company, then what we need to do is now find the hiring managers at the previous company, right? So the hiring manager, again, this could obviously be the head of HR, this could be talent acquisition, this could be one of the internal recruiters, or this could also be one of the job titles that they, for example, senior a developer here, right, or a software developer. This could be head of software development at that previous company, right? So you can filter this for whatever is right for you in your industry, but it's very simple to do. So when you open up, I'm going to show you what this would look like if you're starting fresh, but I just want to show you this for the time being. So we can set any filter that we want. So we can put the seniority, we can put the job title, we can exclude job titles, we can put the location, we can put the company size, we can put industries, we can put all sorts of different things to filter it, and we can set the number of the limit of people per company that it pulls, right? So we've got all of these different things, but just for this sake, I'm just keeping it relatively simple. And here's just a list of the decision makers that we now want to contact. So we want to contact these people and say, hey, I saw that John Smith recently left, have you found anyone to replace him? That kind of thing. So once we have these people, bear in mind, sometimes you're not going to find anything, and that's totally fine. You're not going to find those specific job roles. You can then expand your filters, or you can keep your filters the same. It's up to you. Then this is automatically going to do something where it writes to another table. So it just automatically pushes it into a second table where we've got now the list of hiring managers and decision makers. So if you open up this second table, and this is all happening automatically, right? So this second table will now contain the hiring manager name. It'll contain the company name. So this is the previous company from that employee, previous company that we want to contact because this person has left that company. And we've got just the data split. We've got their job title as well. So if you want to do any more filtration on the job title, you can do here. But again, this is all set up so that it's just plug and play. We've got the hiring manager's LinkedIn. We've got the previous company's domain, so their website. So this is the hiring manager's company. We've got their LinkedIn, the company LinkedIn. And then we've got here, which is the employee's full name. So this is the person that has left that company and is working at a new company now and has left it within the past 1 or 2 months. So here we've got the full name. We're going to reference and use that in the emails. Then we've got the employee LinkedIn profile, and employee past job title. So this is the job title that they were doing before, company name, and so on and so forth, right? So we just want to, this is all in here just so we can match it up and make sure that it is the correct company that we're reaching out to. Then we do a little bit of email waterfall to basically find the valid emails from the decision makers. Once we've got the valid emails, we are then just normalizing the job title. So what this means is instead of reaching out, and saying, hey, I could see that, John left your company and he was one of the software engineers. So here, for example, we wouldn't want to say software engineer, brackets mid, like they would just look strange, obviously, in the outreach. So here we're just cleaning it and making sure that it looks all good. Then, just for a little bit of extra personalization and to make it look a little bit more human, we are predicting the gender of the person, the employee that has left the company. And then I want to show you what the final output actually looks like. So here's an example. So it says, I believe Dario, which is employee's full name, recently left, and then company name. He was one of the software developers. Have you managed to replace him? I have a few candidates that could be a good fit looking for a replacement. So you can see here what I've done is this is, I believe, employee full name, recently left, company name, the company we're reaching out to. He was one of the, so he, obviously we're using a predicted gender. And again, the reason why I'm doing this is just to make it look a little bit more human and a little bit more personalized for better results. He was one of the software developers, right? So here we're just using the job title in case the person doesn't necessarily know, but it should be within their remit, basically. Have you managed to replace them? That kind of thing. Now, you can change this if you want to, and the way you can do this is you click in here, you go to edit column, and then in here you can see these are just the variables that are mapped. So hi, first name of the manager, hiring manager, I believe employee full name, recently left, company name, and then gender pronoun. He was one of the normalized job titles, right? So that's basically it, and you can then change that around. Now I'm going to shoot a second video to show you how to implement this yourself if you just quite literally copy paste this, and what this looks like from a fresh example. But this should be all completely automatic. I'm just going to actually very quickly show you what this looks like to run it, so that you can kind of see it live in action. So here we have run up to row 30, right? So if I was to go run column, choose number of rows to run, and I just said I'd run 10 from 31, for example. This is now going to run, and it's going to run automatically, so you can see all queued, and then all of this data here is now going to populate, right? And then this will also automatically run. The reason it hasn't is just because I've set it so that I have to click start on it. Run column, and then I would just do 10 and from 31. There we go. And then what this is going to do again now, find all of the correct job titles that we want to find, and then it's going to push it to the second table here, right? So you can see here, found 10 profiles. Some of them haven't been found, which is fine. Not every company is going to have those specific roles that you're looking for. And then you can see found 10 people, 5 rows created, right? So then this will open up in here, and then these new people will be added in here. So you can see these 5 people have now been added in completely automatically. Everything has been done all automatically. We've got their email addresses, and then look, you can see here now, and then the email has been completely automatically generated. So you can see here it says, I believe Imran Zamin Ali recently left PGC. He was one of the software engineers. Have you managed to replace them? So that entire thing is completely automatic. The best part about it is the first section of people who have recently left their jobs, that will run on a daily or weekly basis, whatever your cadence is, automatically. So automatically you'll be pulling new people that have recently left their jobs or that have been working in a company for a month. and that will happen automatically on say, a weekly basis. So that will then spit out the output, and then you can automatically reach out to those people ahead of your competition so that you are getting in front of these decision makers for vacancies that haven't even come online yet, because you're just automatically able to track this, and saving yourself so many hours. So I hope this was useful. I'm going to create a second video going through a tutorial on how to do it step by step. It's very simple to do. All you've got to do is change the search criteria and stuff like that, but I'll show you step by step in a second video.